should I just burn this whole thing down? Buenos dias, don't be rude. Say it back. Welcome back to The Beast Den. This week we are getting our life together. We're going to be talking about just when success feels really heavy and it doesn't feel like what you envisioned it would feel like. Not so much what it would look like, but what it would feel like. We just got back. You guys know I've been traveling a lot for the past 2 months. So I've taken this week after returning from Dominican Republic to kind of get a grip on where I want to be in my business moving forward in the next 6 months, getting some new systems put into place when it comes to my household. So we're going to be committing to some meal plans. We're going to be getting a new house cleaner, or just getting a house cleaner. We haven't had one for a couple of years, and I think that we're like past due. It's like past time. I need to get a grip on my life right now. This is just a new season, and when you're shifting into a new season, it can feel like you're uprooting yourself. In a lot of ways, when you're transitioning or shifting seasons or moving into seasons, it can feel like you're uprooting your entire life and like you're moving from one city to another. Realistically speaking, it's just internally, there's some shifts, major shifts that are happening. And I kind of feel like I'm in that space right now. I have some really big shifts that are happening, and I'm asking myself some really big questions that require for me to get really honest with myself. As successful as my business is right now, it doesn't feel good. Like it just doesn't feel the way that I want it to feel. I'm literally at a point where all I want to do is like go back to our RV life and cram ourselves up in a cave and just like hide. I'll stop rambling now. Let's go do a little bit of shopping. I didn't realize Father's Day was this weekend, so we gotta get some Father's Day food. got the gift that I needed. My daughter went and got a Labubu from Gotcha. Mika, show what you got. All right, so she got a pink Labubu. Now I'm going home, going to cook, and then going to probably edit for most of the rest of the evening as I get back into my YouTube rhythm. all fairness, I wanted to give you an update as to where we are at when it comes to our reset situation. So this is my bed right now. Again, I just want to be really real with you about what that's looking like. I felt like I'd gotten through a lot of stuff this morning, but it seems like we didn't get as much done as I want. The kids and Edward already folded clothes, so a lot of that is just stuff I have to put away. I got this lamp. You saw it at Hobby Lobby. Kind of goes with our theme. Here's the plan for the rest of the night. I'm going to try and get through laundry. Try and at least finish cleaning my bedroom, and then tomorrow is Father's Day, so we'll be out for most of the day. Midnight at this point. I've made a lot of really great progress since we last spoke about an hour ago. Right now, like I mentioned, I'm just kind of in this really weird space, and rather than like creating content and putting it out from this space of not even discomfort, just like uncertainty when it comes to where I want my business to be in the next 6 months, it's more beneficial to me to just like get quiet. I really love creating long form content because you can kind of get behind like in my head on where I'm struggling and why and all of those things. So you already know I love my mini iPad. It is probably my favorite investment that I have made in 2025. I take it everywhere. He is amazing. If you want a video on exactly how it is I've fully customized my iPad mini, please comment that down below. I think the one part that they don't tell you about when it comes to success, and like keeping in mind that success, it really is relative. Like what I consider to be success maybe is not what you consider to be success. What they don't talk about is, like I mentioned earlier, like what if success doesn't feel like what you wanted it to feel like? I'm very much leaning into this space of like being a peaceful CEO, being a CEO and creative and like visionary that can do the least and still have the most impact. Now I'm at a point where I'm like, should I just burn this whole thing down? Like, so let's go ahead. I'm going to shower. I very much need a shower after everything that we've done today, after all the cleaning and the cooking and the shopping, and we'll do some skincare and Bible study and call that a night. So this is the final look. I refreshed my curls because, like you saw yesterday, they were feeling just really dead. This dress is actually just a robe that my mom bought off Shein. This robe is actually just one of the robes that we gave to our women during our Dominican Republic Women's Conference. I have to shave we're just gonna get real here. I have to shave my underarms, but I don't typically shave. I usually wax, and I don't have any more at-home wax strips. So I'm thinking I might have to either wear something over top or wear a shirt underneath, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, I'm actually really happy with the way this looks. Pretty simple, glammy makeup. And we'll see what we get into today. had to make myself an iced coffee. This is Bustelo coffee, some creme brulee creamer by Silk, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar because I like my iced coffee really sweet. Wow, Father's Day was kind of intense. I didn't expect it to work out the way that it did. There was a lot of emotions today. Not in like a bad way necessarily, but there was a lot of emotions today. And Sundays, like you already know, if you're not new here, they're kind of my reset days. They're the days that I like to just get really clear on how it is I'm coming into the next week. It's really important, especially as a mom with a family and a business, for me to not freelance my days. I like to at least have a general plan. And so I have been using my digital planner for that. The whole purpose of this business is really trying to decide, am I in a season of building, or am I in a season where it's time to burn down my business and move on? Here's some questions that if you are in this space of like, do I build, do I burn? So here are the questions that I feel you should ask yourself if you are in the space of like, Sloan, should I build it? Should I burn it? Like, what do I do? So when was the last time I rested? Number 2, what about my business feels misaligned? Number 3, am I doing the work that aligns with my values? What about my business excites me? Is there any part of my services, offers that can be streamlined, delegated, or any area that I should be getting support in? How will my life be different if I continue to build? How will my life be different if I close it down, burn it, or pivot? I don't want you to overthink these questions. I want you to read them. What I like to do is I actually like to record them. And once again, I'm in a space where I have no distractions, no one's around, and I can just kind of answer these questions on the fly, then that's exactly what I do. I give myself 0 time to really think about it. I record it on audio, and then I sit down and I journal through it as I'm listening to myself ask these questions. So that is really what I would recommend, is sit down, answer these questions for yourself, and in the end, identify what is the move that feels the best for you. This business has snowballed into something that, yeah, is really exciting. And at the same time, I'm just experiencing such a heavy sense of mom guilt. I'm experiencing a lot of frustration when it comes to homeschooling, and like I've mentioned before, I just feel like my kids need a lot more from me. I'm gonna end tonight here because I'm just really tired and I want to get through a video that I have to vlog. So buenas noches. Buenos dias, it is the next day and we are in the thick of homeschool this morning. Mika has already started breakfast. I am going to sit down, get myself organized for the day. I woke up a lot later than what I wanted to, unfortunately. We went to sleep pretty late, but I did get a video scheduled out, so it feels good to kind of get back into my YouTube rhythm. Pest control was already called this morning, so that was a huge thing off of my shoulders that Edward took on. So I'm going to try and get some donation stuff sent through TaskRabbit, and then I'm also going to, again, find a piano teacher, follow up on our library, just like miscellaneous errands that you kind of don't realize you've been putting on the back burner until you're like, dang, I really want to do this, but I didn't do this previously. And so anyways, let's get to our day. Eating our plants, how do you do that?
This is what
Pesticides, so you make a line. There is a saying in Spanish that goes, nadie sabe lo que se menea en el caldero, menos la cuchara que lo menea. In other words, no one knows what's in the pot but the spoon that stirs it. Ultimately, nobody knows you better than you. By asking the questions that I gave you earlier in this video, you are creating the awareness in your body, in your mind, so that you can make the decision that makes the most sense for you with ease. On June 26th, I am hosting a absolutely free masterclass on how to become intuitive in your life, in your business, so that you can scale effortlessly, you can pivot effortlessly, you can make decisions on the fly, and most importantly, feel at peace about them. Registration is in the link below, and don't forget to click the subscription button as we kick off next week with our Late Bloomers series, Life in Our 30s. Just trying to figure this out, trying to figure out what does success look like now in our 30s as millennials? What does success need to feel like for it to be something that's sustainable, for it to be something that feels good, for it to be something that we can confidently walk into? If this is your jam, I hope you click the like button, I hope you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Sweet nightmares, Beast Fam.